Hi, Randy. The first question is, what did you want to accomplish when you first started self-advocacy?
I wanted to be able to speak up for myself because I was kind of quiet when I came out of high school and was trying to please everybody.
Was there any goals or things like that you wanted to work on that you thought was going to be helpful for people with disabilities?
Can you say that again?
Were there any goals or things that you wanted to do that would be helpful to help people with disabilities?
When I first started out,
Yeah.
yeah, so that I could speak up for myself primarily and learn the right way of speaking up.
Okay. So why else did you join the self-advocacy movement?
Well, because when I was growing up, I thought I was the only individual with the kind of disability that I had because all through school, all my friends and classmates all were physically able and were learning came easier to them.
Okay. And how did your group organize at the beginning?
We, do you mean how did we get started?
Yeah, how did you get together and organize on things?
So Karen Topper and whoever else was a part of that group at the time came to our ally at the time and said, do you guys want to do the basic self-advocacy trainings? So we went through the 6-week training and everybody kind of said we want to learn more. So that's kind of how we got started. And then the 3 facilitators of that, the advocacy trainings kind of talked about who would make good leaders and whatnot. And so that's how we kind of got started.
Okay, and so when you guys first got started, how did you work with other movements? How did you include other people?
I don't think we did at first because we were just kind of trying to get ourselves established. And then I think the first group we worked a lot with was Green Mountain Self-Advocates, just to kind of get ourselves established and out there.
And then after that, did you work with any other groups to help advocate for people?
Can you give me a little more information?
Councils or
I
other
don't
movements, self-advocacy groups?
I don't recall doing that because the group we had was pretty small and.
And so then when you guys were getting ready to do self-advocacy as a part of things, how did you get people excited about it? How did you get them motivated to want to be a part of things?
Well, I think they were already motivated because it was just a new idea and they wanted to learn more. So when stuff came up, people were like, I want to do that, I want to do that.
And then how did you guys organize to advocate for the issues that were important to you?
We did a lot of work with Green Mountain Self-Advocates, to be honest. They came in and talked to us and did trainings.
So when you guys organized, they helped you out?
Yep. And after we got organized, we went to the local agency and said, can we do this training? And then there was a time where we were trying to work with the agency to come up with a training to kind of go out and do with other organizations and businesses.
So now you guys been together for quite a while, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now how do you keep people excited about things and keep them wanting to come back and do more working around things?
Well, I actually moved, but I can tell you a little bit about the group I'm a part of now.
Okay.
I went from Middlebury to St Albans.
Mm-hmm.
People are just motivated because they want to. They're fairly new at the advocacy movement, and they want to learn more. So we kind of present the information to them and say who would be willing, who wants to do this, and we get a lot of volunteers. But then we go back and say, okay, like a week later, we'll go back and say, okay, who's really serious about this and wants to commit to it? And sometimes the group is a little bit smaller, but it's not a bad thing.
Okay. So, what would you like to see advocacy happen in the future? How would you like to see it?
Actually, I'd like to see more of it. Like, just, I know there's a lot of people who advocate for themselves, but more, either that or people asking for help to do so. Just to be like, I need help with this. Can you help me advocate for this?
Okay.
And I kind of see in the future that's kind of going to be the way people, for lack of a better term, services are met. The peer-to-peer connection.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to share with us around the self-advocacy movement or around?
Actually, there is. I actually met my wife of almost 3 years now through the self-advocacy movement. And I kind of found my way. Like I said before, in high school, I was kind of like, I want to do this and I want to do that. But when I found out about the advocacy movement, I'm like, ooh, this sounds good. And then eventually I just kind of made my way up the food chain. And because of that experience, I work for a local agency as a professional peer advocate.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.